Hello everyone, welcome to Knitting with Sherri. I'm going to show you how to purl decrease 3 different ways. The first way is you're going to take we have the cast on stitches in the purls side, and we're going to take our needle in our right hand and our working yarn, and we're going to go in. The first one is purl 2 together. That is the first purl decrease. It's very simple. And what you're going to do is you're going to go into the first stitch, into the second stitch with your right needle as to purl. And then you're going to just purl those 2 stitches right off. There you go. That is one decrease. Alright, so I'm going to show you another one. And this one is a slip purl. And what you do when you decrease in on the purl side, you always go in as to knit because we're decreasing, okay? So if you haven't seen my slip video or my slip stitch video, you're going to want to see that before you go into slipping these stitches. So we're going to go in as to knit, so we're going to slip as to knit. So we slip that one off. We slip the next one off because it's slip purl. Okay, we're going to take the 2 stitches we just took off, place them back onto the left needle, and then we're going to take our right needle and we're going to go to the left of that second stitch. We're going to come in through the back center of that stitch in the first stitch on there and come up through the front. So what you're doing is you're coming from the back through that second stitch and the first stitch through the center, and your needle's going to come up through the front. So your right needle should be in front of the left needle. Then you're going to just purl those 2 stitches right back through. You don't want to be on the left side. You want to be on the right side of that stitch, that first stitch. You're going to come back through the center and out through the left side of that second stitch, right where you came in at. Okay, I'm going to show you that one more time. You're going to slide it through the center to the back, left side. So you start on the right. You pull your working yarn through. Keep your needles touching at all times. So you're going to come through to the right side, to the left side in the back. And there's your decrease there. Take your 2 stitches off the left needle and you're complete. So that was slip purl. Now I'm going to show you purl 2 through the back. It's like the purl through the front, like this, and then you just purl the stitch. But we're not going to do that. We're going to go through the back, kind of like we did. We're going to come through the back with our right needle on that second stitch, 1, 2. And then we're going to purl those 2 together. So we're going to come through the back because it's purl 2 through the back. So you're coming up from the back through the center of both of those stitches. Make sure you got both, and then you just purl the stitch. Down through the center on the right, to the back through the left, and off. That's your purl 2 through the back, is what that's called. Okay, so what we have here, we had the purl 2 together, slip purl, and then we had the purl 2 through the back. So there's 3 different ways to decrease. So I'm going to show it again, each one. All right, the first one is purl 2 together. So you're going to purl the first and second stitch together. So you're going to go in with your right needle. Whoops, sorry, I'm not in the camera. You're going to purl 2 together. Just like that. And now that's done. That's your complete. Once you slip that off the stitches off the left needle, it's complete. All right, so that was the purl 2 together. Now I'm going to do the slip purl. slip purl is slip as to knit because we're decreasing. So we slip as to knit 2 stitches. Put them back on the left needle, those 2 stitches you just took off. Now we're going to come from the left side of that second stitch through the back center of both of those stitches. And we're going to go purl those 2 stitches from the right side of that first stitch through to the back left where we came in at. Our needle should be in the back with our decrease, and the 2 we slip right off, and that is called the slip slip purl. Okay, the next one, I'm going to have to purl this, so don't pay attention to this part, but I'm going to go to the other side, even though it's not a purl side, and we're going to do the purl 2 through the back. Okay, so what you do at this point, have your working yarn in front, and you're going to come up from one. I'm sorry, that keeps getting in the way. Let me go ahead and purl that off. Maybe it'll be easier to see. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your first and second stitch. You're going to go in through the back because you're going to purl 2 through the back. So you're going to go in the center of that stitch into the first stitch. Come up with your right needle in front. You're going to purl those 2 stitches together. You're going to come in, take your working yarn and your right needle down through the right side and through to the back where you came in at. Here's your decrease, and take the 2 on the left and slip them off, and that is your purl 2 through the back. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a thumbs up or shoot me a comment, and I'll see you next time.